What's going on, comic book community? Now, I know it's been a really long time since I did one of these comic book hauls, but I would say that this one has been kind of a slow and steady one, considering I'm going to a fan expo in about a week or two, and I've been saving up a lot of money to try and see what I could find when I go there and hopefully get a couple of books autographed. Um, like the last time I went to one of these events was 2015 or 16, I believe. And I looked up the prices for this year, and I can tell you without a doubt that the prices have really shot up just for a little autograph. But, I've been saving up. And up here is a little stack that I've been accumulating over the last couple of months since I posted this. So I really haven't been going too hard. Um, I can say that comic book, the free comic book day this year wasn't really all that spectacular, mostly because nobody really had any good deals going on, and it just happened to fall on my son's birthday weekend. So I just couldn't have time for that, and I'd rather spend time with my son than like most of the LCSs in the area have taken down that road where you're basically doing all the digging for them, and then they just want to charge you what they feel they can get the most out of you at the register. So I found a couple of good books and a couple of filler issues, and right now let's just get right into it. So right now is the Green Lantern number 43. Um, This is the prelude to The Blackest Night, where the Black Hand is about to become a Black Lantern. Like anything Green Lantern related, ever since the James Gunn takeover, has kind of taken a dip, unless it's like the really big key issues. And for the longest time, I just haven't been able to find this book, but I managed to find another one at this half price books for $1.49. Like, I'm just kind of glad to find another copy of this. This makes my fourth or fifth copy of this book, and then to accompany that, it's a Green Lantern number 39. Larfleeze on the cover. It's still a good book to have. Uh, and then next up is a Green Arrow number 32. I think chronologically, this is either the third or fourth full appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. This is my third copy of this particular issue, which kind of like offsets it, as now I have two complete runs of this set. But with this book, that kind of puts me over the top, where I feel like now I got to go back and complete another volume of it. But I also managed to find this for $1. Now, this stack of books right here, I just managed to pick up today just because we had a little bit of free time. And I kind of like had a panic attack. Well, not too serious, because so when I got to the store, I immediately bolted like right into my usual area, which is like the dollar bin, the $2 issue section. And as soon as I got there, like I looked at the short boxes and I noticed something completely different. So when I get there, it's usually priced at $2. However, when I got there, I like my heart just sank because I just saw the prices now said $5, and like that really put me off. And so I just didn't even feel like digging at that point until I realized, wait a minute, like this is the $5 issue bin stuff is usually positioned at the center of the store, and in this location it's in the back. So luckily I managed to dash right into like the center section, and then I realized they actually changed out their inventory. Like they changed the location of stuff, which is, I guess, kind of a good and bad thing, because now they actually consolidated more of their two issue stuff, so it's not scattered all throughout the back, and you kind of get a glance of where everything is now, as opposed to where this is in this section, but you'll never know what you'll find. But in this other section, it's a little more organized with what they have theme wise with the wall. So, enough. Green Lantern issue number 0, I guess the origin of Simon Bass. Unfortunately, this is not his first appearance. That does belong to the New 52 Free Comic Book Day edition. Next up, this is just the filler for me. Batman number 431. This is mostly, well, I'm kind of blanking on the name, but in the Batman titles, it's the League of Assassins, but in the movies, it's the League of Shadows. So, like, every now and then, my brain gets crosswired as to which one is which and what timeline. Another issue of Deathstroke number 16, Deathstroke versus the Red Hood. Iron Man number 284, I guess Rhodey Rhodes' first full appearance in the War Machine armor, but he still refers to himself as Iron Man. And this one kind of goes hand in hand with the Green Lantern stuff. It's Green Arrow number 24, the first full appearance of John Diggle, a major character in the CW shows, and apparently this past Tuesday or Wednesday, the Arrowverse is officially gone forever. And like right at the beginning of HBO Max, it was rumored that there was supposed to be a Green Lantern show starring John Diggle, but you know, that's basically up in the air at this point, which James Gunn keeps saying that it's still in production, but nothing's even come out of that. Next up is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, number 5. This one's like, I mostly got it because it's inspiration for season 1 of Daredevil, and it's actually a really pristine copy. Then, on top of the Robin news, it's Batman and Robin number 1. This happens to be the 3rd print, which I kind of like better than the bright yellowish color of the first print. But I am after the 4th print, which is the all white cover, which kind of like makes the characters pop more. And I did manage to find this one in that $5 section. Now, these like next 3 or 4 books I managed to get at a comic shop that's like about 20 minutes away. And what got me to go there was they were advertising not really a comic book sale, but more of a Funko Pop flea market trade kind of thing, where they basically converted their entire parking lot into a trade section for Funko Pops, which that's not really something that I'm into, but at the same time, there is a video game store that's right across the street, so it kind of got me jumping between both. Like, I managed to get a video game from the street, across the street, and I just happened to go through their back issues. They had like a really good selection, but I just didn't have the enough time to just go through them. So the story with this is that I found a better book aside from this one, but I grabbed this one just to not make it seem suspicious, because I've been to a couple of stores where it's like, if you only grab like 1 or 2 issues, then that kind of makes the cashier and the owner kind of like aware of, if he's only getting a couple of things, that kind of sets like warning bells off in their end, saying there must be something to this book, I should probably look it up. So I've gotten to the point where I just grab like a couple of no big issue deal comics just to not draw attention to myself. This one's just a Cheetah cover, Wonder Woman 222. Now this is the book that I managed to find. The Matrix, the free issue preview, the Recall edition. This one, they were kind of debating because this comic shop in particular also has like their divided section where they have their priced issues, they have their bigger key issues, and then they have like their dollar bin issues. but the guy at the register kind of wanted to fight me on this because I did manage to find this at the $1 issue section, but it was bagged and boarded in Mylar. So he was going around asking, I guess, the owner or one of the other managers of the store, well, this doesn't have a particular price and it's bag and boarded. I don't know if, this is the price or not. And then he just straight up asked me, where did you get it? And I told him, well, I found it in the dollar section. All right, well then we'll make it $1 for you. Now this is one of the marked issues that I managed to find. Cable Deadpool #1. It's an $8 issue. Something I needed for my Cable Deadpool collection, and this is a $15 to $20 book, and I've managed to find it for $8. So it was no big deal. Now, I've been watching Beauty Comics, but I just haven't had the time to make a video on it for his challenge. And this next book is like, it kind of pays homage to my childhood. And the movie recently came out, and I gotta tell you, as an adult, this is actually the most fun I've ever had in a movie theater in quite a while. Mostly because when it comes to the movie theater experience, there just really isn't a lot of really good movies out right now. Like most of the Marvel movies, I'm not really interested in. Whatever is going on with Star Wars, I really don't care. And, just there's just like this revitalization when it comes to video game movies. That is just, they just been up in their game as of late. Like I was there opening day for Sonic the Hedgehog, and then not even a couple weeks later, the pandemic hit, and then like Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I believe, was coming out like right when the restrictions were starting to, slow down or whatever. But this is one of the bigger books. It's the Super Mario Brothers #1, The Valiant. And I got this for a pretty penny. Or at least for me, I only paid $50 for it, but right now it's going for over 100. Like yeah, that was one of the best movies, but I gotta say, like, one of the biggest issues was just the pacing. Was it's just get in, get out. Like, I kind of appreciate it, but in a way it kind of does set up a sequel, which would probably get me to go watch it. So there's that. And next up is just one of the bigger books that I got with my tax refund. Yeah, I got it off of eBay. You guys probably seen it. It's not in the best conditions. It's a really low grade beat up issue, but it is complete with the pinup. And rubber lips are immune to your charms. It's Batman #181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. So yeah, guys, let me know how I did with this round of comics, and I just want to say thank you for your patience, and hopefully I can find a lot more books when I go to that Fan Expo in a couple of weeks. All right, take it easy.